Hello everyone, this is your local memer, shitposter, wherever the fuck she likes her. This is Sunny Go Lucky. So, this isn't actually the first Sunny Rambles, but the old one was kinda shit and I don't like it, and it's old, so we're starting from square one. So in the past year or so, I've done a good bit of online shopping, and surprising no one, I've amassed a little collection of Kamen Rider toys because of that. Thing is, some of those toys have a bit of an interesting story behind them, and I realized I could totally write about them, so here we are. I'll be talking about 3 major instances, with some smaller ones dotted here and there if possible. Oh, and of course, there is no shade being thrown at any of the parties here, besides like FedEx, because they're assholes. And I'll link the stores that I mentioned in the description if you want to go there to get some tokusatsu related swag, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so let's get into the stories. Alright, so the first one I'll be covering is CS Toys International. I was shopping with them because I wanted a Kamen Rider Decade Progrise key. And after some difficulties with Hobby Link Japan, that were absolutely on me by the way, not them, I chose that site to get what I wanted. The issue though? Well, I ordered it during the, crow disease, as I'll call it. Which meant I would take much longer than I expected to get shipped over. Thankfully, eventually I wound up getting an email for that, where they stated that they do upgrades to DHL for those who are still waiting. After asking if I was eligible for that, I was able to upgrade, and now I have this. Actually, speaking of Hobby Link Japan, that leads to my second shipping hell thing. So the site was doing pre-orders for Saber figures, not figure arts, but still, and I decided that I wanted to buy one. Once I could get it shipped, I chose FedEx, since I figured that they were cheaper, I think. Thing was, it took much longer than I expected. I assumed that the same thing happened to my Saber plushie, as in, it was left in the hands of the supermarket in my hometown for some reason. But after I asked Mom to check, it turned out that wasn't the case. Eventually, my mom and I wound up getting in touch with FedEx to get to the bottom of it. It turns out those bastards thought there was glue in it. I assume because they saw the name Hobby Link Japan for some fucking reason. And because of that, apparently it was enough to hold it at customs. Luckily, after a bit, we were able to get them to actually deliver it, but yeah, that's gonna be the last time I ever buy anything and ask FedEx to send it my way. This last one happened recently, actually, as in, I started writing the script and recorded it after I ran into the issue. This was about an order that I made with Kotetsu Toys Japan. This was an interesting case where the issue arises because of a small mistake on the owner's part rather than the crow disease or some asshole shipping company. Basically, I had bought a small bit of swag for myself from the site. That being full bottles, an artboard, that sort of stuff. It went smoothly and I paid for the goods and all that. Thing is, when you choose your shipping method on KTJ, you have to wait a little to get the price for your shipping, to which you pay through an invoice once it's calculated. After I got mine calculated, I wasn't sure what to do next, since this was the first time I was using the store. I decided to contact Taka, who is the guy who runs the store, about what to do next, and he told me to check for an invoice, which I weirdly didn't receive. It was a bit of an issue, wondering what the hell happened and why I didn't receive it until Taka told me the email he was using. Turns out it wasn't the email I used for my PayPal. So after finally connecting the dots on the issue, I finally got the invoice and sent the cash over, and so all's well that ends well. As I'm recording this, those things are probably being packaged and shipped to my doorstep. Hopefully. I think it goes without saying, but I don't hold Taka accountable for this. He's just a dude and people make mistakes. I do, however, appreciate his help and patience when it came to figuring out and resolving the issue, because God, part of me was worried as hell that I was just wasting his time. So yeah, Taka, if you somehow see this vid, I mean, I'm probably going to mention the stores on Twitter about this. Thank you so much! Actually, heck, thank you to all the stores I mentioned here. Honestly, I'd say you guys are doing the Lord's work for Toku fans overseas. But yeah, those are some of the strange stories I've had with buying Toku toys online. Does it feel like I'm cursed? Kind of. Will I stop? Hell no! I mean, I do want Revy and Vice plushies to add to my Reiwa plush collection anyways, so no god can stop me from getting them when they drop. I hope you enjoyed this silly little video and the artwork I've accompanied with it too. Until I decide to do another one of these, take your meds, drink your drink, and all that. Roll outro!